What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Barbell Brigade Talk Show, where we talk about everything in fitness, what's important, and you have the three of the most knowledgeable but weakest people here.
True.
So that matters more. We got me, Bart, Silent Mike, Nadeem, and we all love powerlifting. But that's not to say we don't have some gripes against it. Is there anything that you're like, you know what, I love powerlifting, but I have this against it, or I wish this wasn't so?
Not to rewind, but at my school, maybe you guys did it at your schools or not, but we took like a personality test and stuff as we started to apply for colleges.
That's because your school is whack.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, you also went to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
So at Hogwarts, it's kind of like the sorting hat.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're Gryffindor and you're probably Slytherin because you're a piece of shit.
That sounds
And
whack.
I'm like Hufflepuff because I think they're perfect or something.
I'm an INFJ.
Yeah, see shit like that. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm INTJ. We're very close then.
Yeah, what's the rarest one, yours?
Mine's very rare.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, INF, YMC,
I know what the F stands for too, but keep going.
MOUSC, Mickey Mouse.
They, them.
Hurry up, dude.
So basically, and I started to think about it more in terms of my workflow and my business and my lifting in terms of little things, like what fulfills you. Some people like big picture, big projects and the process of building something super extravagant like the pyramids.
Yeah.
Some people, like barbers, like to see a job, do a job, and now the job is complete, right? Or construction workers. Oh, I have to build this bathroom, build this project, done, forget about it, on to the next project. We're building a brand or running a company like Barbell Brigade. It's like a 20-year process and you have little gigs along the way, but you never get a finished product.
Yeah.
Something like art might be similar. And that's what I started to think about in my training styles. Where powerlifting, I kind of show up and you're building this whole thing. Not that bodybuilding you're not building forever and you have this accomplished goal.
There's way more leeway in bodybuilding.
I think so, and it's more obviously subjective based on how you want to look.
Big picture.
Yeah, and how you want to look when, especially if you're not like a competitive bodybuilder, right?
Yeah.
Like some people like to be 50% body fat or whatever.
Because bodybuilding, you could be like, I have bench today. Oh, fuck, they're all taken. I'll move the dumbbells.
Yeah.
But powerlifter, you gotta wait.
Right.
Yeah.
And the work itself is very quantifiable in powerlifting, where it's semi-quantifiable in bodybuilding. And I started thinking about what I enjoy in training. And I think I enjoy more of a sport bodybuilding style of training, where all I really have to think about and do is work hard. So on chest day, like you said, yeah, there's certain exercises that hit my pecs because of my anatomy a little bit better. But all I have to do is work really hard. And in powerlifting, some days you're working really hard, some days you're lifting really heavy that feels really hard in the second, but the day it doesn't feel hard, right? I'm doing 3 sets of 1 at 90%, and I leave there feeling the exact same. Some of that doesn't mentally feel as fulfilling to me. I like to show up, it's push day, and I'm just gonna go crazy. I don't really care what the load is. It's gotta be a good enough load, and I'm gonna push it hard. And next week, I'm gonna push it even harder, but that's all that matters. Where in powerlifting, I guess, is more, I don't know, because maybe it's not. I don't want to misspeak here, but it's like very calculated how you handle fatigue. And in bodybuilding, you just are getting fatigued.
Yeah.
Does that kind of make sense?
Or even like,
Well, I mean, even with smart training now, it's like with bodybuilders, they're becoming smarter about it. Like how much you train, how many sets you have to do.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to misspeak, because it is also very calculated in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But the ultimate goal in bodybuilding is just work really hard.
Yeah.
Push your fucking self.
and there's more of the get after it versus
Yeah.
like get smarter-ish.
Yeah, or like today's just technique work. And
Yeah.
there is a time and place for that in weightlifting and powerlifting, because it is more of a skilled lift, where the skill of the lift in powerlifting, or bodybuilding, isn't there.
And I feel like
enjoy
if
that.
you bro out and just don't follow a program and just blast yourself hard, not steroid-wise, but just going hard,
Butt blast?
you'll see more results in bodybuilding than if you try doing that in powerlifting.
Right, and that's kind of what I enjoy. I miss leaving the gym like sweating.
Yeah.
I went through a full 3-month, shout out to Joe Stanek, very good powerlifting deadlift program, and 80% of the time I left not sweating.
Yeah.
But you got stronger.
No, I got way stronger. I
Yeah.
just murdered a 660 all-time life PR conventional pull.
Yeah. Or versus like The Rock, where like he might be doing like
I kinda
a
like-
leg press, getting ham, and then you know what? I'm gonna just superset it with some dips.
You're gonna make me do it.
Makes 0 sense, but he's getting after it. He leaves drenched. He sweat. He put in the work. So it's almost like the difference between training specifically for a competition or like practice.
Yeah.
Like you just like the practice.
Plus,
part of it.
powerlifting kind of got boring in that sense because you see people, it's funny because we used to lift heavy, blast music, do this, whatever it was in your training. Even if you lifted like super methodical and like quiet, But now it's like, all right, I'm done for the day. I hit my RPE 6, I'm going home.
Or even the music. Like coaches will tell you like, hey, keep your CNS at bay. Like don't bump music too loud.
And because I know how to coach and lift powerlifting well, I do all that. And sometimes I want to go primal. And bodybuilding or non-competition specific bodybuilding allows me to go primal, not care. I guess it's the not caring, and I want to work out and not be cerebral sometimes.
Yeah.
In powerlifting, I have to be very cerebral.
Yeah.
To be good.
It's funny because we get a lot of people that they're like, this is my therapy, and they're like, oh, fuck it, this bitch mom made me do this. I'm coming here to get all my anger out, and they just hit an RP 6.
You sound angry.
I would never call my mom a bitch. And then they hit like an RP 6, and then I'm like, you didn't beast out. You didn't like get what you need to. Not saying powerlifting and lifting should never be a therapy.
The best, you need to do some of that.
You need to do this help. Yeah. And I think this made powerlifting and people way stronger. But also, kind of like, what was the original question you brought up?
Like, we all love powerlifting. Obviously, that's we've been in it for a decade. Like? But yeah, what are the gripes against it?
And I think just as a sports grow, because we had fucking losers and weirdos. Now we have more fucking losers and weirdos, right?
True.
But it's like in politics or whatever, they're kind of like the loudest, and they're the people that there's a lot of people that, not saying we're better than other people or like know how to do it better, because I didn't know how to talk to people also, but you're getting that where it's like they're getting in a community where it's like the only reason you respect someone is because of strength or because of this, or if you can join a cliquey group that's trolly, now you have a sense of purpose, but you're not learning how to become a human. And it's like the only community that you have right out of high school or even in high school is the sub niche of trolley people in fitness, which has always been very bad. So that's growing more and becoming very, very loud. So that's the stuff I don't like about powerlifting, because there's still a lot of people that are just amazing people. Sure. And even those people are really cool if you get to know them and talk to them, because they won't say anything to your face in public. But they're being manipulated by that. And it's like, what's cool, because some of those strong people are like that.
To me, that's when I think of what I don't enjoy about powerlifting. I was talking about more inside of me in the process, and I 100% agree with you. But to me, that's where the community sits right now in powerlifting that we don't like. And that's why we continue to do what we do. That's why we do these talk shows. That's why I share my journey on YouTube and Instagram or whatever, because I want to spread the light of this good shit rather than what calibrated plates am I using today? And Bart hitched his practice deadlift. I better critique his training deadlift. Like shit like that. And that'll always be there. But that's why I believe by like leading from the front, leading the right way, et cetera, et cetera. That's why Bart's competing. That's why you put out content and work so hard on the back end of all this stuff. But like on the more intrinsic stuff.
I do agree with you. I do miss the days where you could just like, sometimes you hit something heavy.
Even me and you train like that all the time.
And then you'll just be like, you know what? We'll just do fucking, what are those called where you just take plates off?
Yeah, like a bad guy's drop set.
A drop set. And then you just get the craziest pump. The last set, you hit 135 for 30 reps for no reason.
Yeah.
But it feels good as fuck.
One of the most memorable workouts I had in the whole last year, and I've hit like 2 big PRs, I got shredded, all this stuff, is us training with JP. Because what do we do? JP just put us through a back workout and he said, and I'm lifting and you guys are going, one more. I'm like, all right, one more. You can't do that in powerlifting. It'll ruin my program if you're screaming at me one more.
You
can, and you'll still see results.
There's times to push,
and there's just fatigue and stuff like that.
They do drop sets.
The biggest thing was like that.
Gonna fuck your shit up.
Well, especially everyone loves
jump roping in between rests.
Everyone loves filming their workouts and posting it. If you did that because powerlifting used to be very individual. If you did that and posted it, you're going to have a bunch of people sharing that, talking shit about it, posting on their stories. Can't believe you did this. And it's like, why do they care so much about what you're doing or what you lifted on or what you had access to? Because it's like, it's still just an individual. That's what you wanted to do. And if that affects you, that affects you. But it's like, how does that, and that's what's becoming more powerlifting, where they're taking it from an individual thing and you having fun lifting, trying to get better, to more of, how can I feel better about myself by bringing this other person down?
Powerlifting did take all the fun stuff away. Like running the rack. You can't do that. Doesn't make no sense.
You'd be too sore for your squat workout tomorrow.
I know, see? I miss all those things though.
I just want to be a savage.
I mean, that was a bodybuilding thing though.
I know, but it's just getting after it.
It don't matter.
Fun.
It don't matter. Full out effort.
Yeah.
Like there's intensity in powerlifting. There's not effort always. I guess that's one of the differences, right? You can push yourself to a certain intensity, like a RPE 8 or 9 triple, but I want the all out effort.
Because remember, even
like a sprint.
Power building
For
Power
sure.
building.
It's a very good way, I feel like, that I've learned to, I come in, I hit my sets, and if I want to push it, I'll just push it in terms of reps with that weight instead of like heavy singles. But like I'll still come in and try to do 315 for 8 or 10, and I'm not fatiguing myself more from the weight than my own cardio. And then I go and smash it with the dumbbells and other accessories that won't really mess me up than if I'm hitting a heavy single all the time like I used to.
I guess some of it too, I have to look in the mirror that I'm at fault of, because a lot of our stuff is educational. And I wanted to get better at powerlifting. I want to make everyone better at powerlifting, because I know certain individuals, going back to like the personality stuff, some individuals really get off and feel fulfilled by getting better and seeing the progress on the bar get heavier and heavier week to week.
The long term.
And people love that. And that's why I think powerlifting is best for most, because it's something you can objectively see that I got better today versus body fat or looking in the mirror or not feeling good about yourself. That's really hard. So I'm at fault in some sense to make people better powerlifters, because I shared all this educational stuff. But again, for me personally, maybe it's just this chapter of my life. I want to turn off Mike's brain, because I have to use it everywhere else in work and coaching and everything. I just want to get after it. But for those that don't, you can get a coach. That's a good piece, right? Because then you can turn off your brain and just follow the plan and still get after it. Like there's many variances within this.
Yeah. I feel like that's the biggest thing I just miss, is just more of the community aspect.
Yeah.
The fun community aspect.
Yeah, because now you could have 10 people that train together for 16 weeks, but they're all on different programs, and it doesn't feel like we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
True.
Powerlifting sucks.